And we are live! Hi everyone! Welcome back to another Final Fantasy Friday with me, Jim the Editor, and joining me, as per usual, my faithful sidekick, trusted friend, Chris. Hi Chris, how you doing?
I'm still alive.
You're still alive? That's
What
a
more
start.
could we ask?
That is a start. Should we get into it?
Let's.
Alright. Let me just change that, and we are all of a sudden back here. Where is here? Well,
Somewhere extremely ominous.
somewhere extremely, extremely ominous. We
Ominous
are...
music, ominous scenery. Just ominous everything.
Yeah, we're in Mushroom Rock. Just...
Operation will begin shortly.
Yeah, there we go.
Please check all your equipment.
You all right?
No, he's
Of course
angry.
not.
Oh gosh.
I came here to fight sin, but they stick me here.
If you want to prove yourself,
Huh?
Orin with some wise words.
first you must complete the tasks you are given.
Yeah, Chris, like your PhD.
Oh, shut up.
Right, are we ready to go? Oh, we should probably use these sphere gritty levels. Titus
Yeah,
might
that might
get
be a good idea.
Titus might get better at he didn't get better at magic. He got better at magic defensing.
Close enough.
I mean, it's the
It's worth something.
is it though? Oh, you know,
It's
you
worth
get
a
more
little.
MP.
I think the Sinspawn use magic, don't they?
Probably. Probably. Waka gets more magic, which is handy, but that's important. More MP. You can now cast 2 spells.
Hi, Meta Physics. Thank you for the little guide in the chat.
Oh, I can't see it. At times, it's not, I trust you're here, Anaphysic. It's nice to have you back. Always nice to see you. Alright, so we need to decide which way Kamari's going to go. Which way is more thiefy? Not that way. That is Healy. So I guess we go this way. Nope, that is
yes.
also... That is also Healy. We've already gone the wrong way.
Back in the other direction. Oh, good work.
Good work, Kamari. I blame Kamari.
You know what? Fair enough.
Anything else we need to do?
He's not good.
Do we need to check items or anything? What do you think?
I don't know. Good morning, Tony.
Ah, hey Tony. Nice to see you. I can see everyone's messages now. Should we go for it? Should we get in there?
May as well.
Yep, okay. As soon as Titus learns how to use a door.
Oh,
Oh, it's this guy. Old dumpling face.
I had heard from Seymour, but I didn't know if we'd actually meet. Good to see you, Orin. 10 years, is it?
Something like that. Enoch's story is a bit of a tragedy.
One of the 4 maesters of Yevon. He leads the warrior monks and also commands the Crusaders.
All troops ready to move at your command, sir.
Alright.
Good. Dismissed.
Sir.
It is a bit weird that a maester is in charge of the
Where
Crusaders,
have you been the last 10 years?
considering
Yeah.
they are directly
time for this
going
now,
against
do we?
Yevon. Whose plan was this?
Plan won't work. You know that. We'll just let them dream a little longer.
I have absolutely no idea.
What?
Lord Keenock.
Because if it's not his
Yes.
plan,
Proceed.
That Keenock a maester?
no, Orin.
I heard that, Orin.
Yeah,
A lot has happened the last 10 years.
what was he doing?
Where?
Fulfilling
Hanging out with
promises
Titus's mum.
made to a friend. I still am.
Just tell me one thing. Have you seen Xanarkand?
Yes. Yes, he has.
I kinda think we don't belong here.
Yeah, see, told you. It's not their story. It's Oren's story.
We must tell the Bhed waiting outside to begin the operation at once. The fiends may break through. This place is not safe. Make sure you're prepared to defend yourselves. Tell me when you're
I
ready.
think we're having a few problems with the stream by the looks of things. I don't know why. Internet's all set up fine. Just like it normally is. It just might be a bad day. So apologizing in advance if that's causing you any trouble in the chat.
Yeah, so what is Keenock's deal?
Well, he wanted power, right? So Oren was supposed to do something and instead he ran away from it to join Braska, and Keenock stepped up and did it, maybe? I don't know. Things happened. Stuff.
I'm a little nervous.
Good. Me too.
Anything could happen.
But yeah, like, what Keenock can possibly be thinking, and why we have two Maesters of Yevon supporting this, and whose plan it's supposed to be originally, is just it's more that I kind of don't quite get about this whole sequence.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Go to Yuna.
No, apparently I'm going to
because
Yuna.
I'm a little nervous.
For something that's clearly against the teachings of Yevon, this has a lot of support from Yevon, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I guess we're ready, Chris.
Mr. Keenock, please.
Will sin come?
I get the impression this is Seymour's idea, if anyone's.
I mean, I wouldn't be
We're
surprised
going to
if it was
encourage them
all
more
Seymour.
out to it.
You won't have
But he can't possibly let anyone know that.
No.
I remember
No, he
Oren
can't.
telling me.
Sin is my old man.
Sin
Sin
is
is
jacked.
jacked. Don't know why the stream has been a bit funny today. Ah well. How did they electrify that cage?
Machina, I don't know.
Probably. Probably.
Albert, this.
Oh, it's one of these things. Right. So. Kamari. Steal things. Oh, a potion? Damn
Well,
useless
I guess you're not
Kamari.
expected to have anyone who can do that at that point, so there's no reason to give it anything good.
Alright, well, what do we use?
That, I guess.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, that's alright.
Oh no.
It's okay, it's okay. Waka knows how to heal.
Himself. Yeah.
Oh god, Waka doesn't have enough MP. No, Waka, you can't hit it. Ah,
we
dear.
need Titus to use magic on the hand.
I'm a bit worried about it using poison. Let's get Lulu out. She attacks things, right?
Yeah. Lulu is Walker.
No, Lulu's not Waka. Lulu is Titus or Oren, one of the two.
Why does she have Dark Attack then?
Everyone has Dark Attack. We broke
Oh.
everything, Chris.
Oh right, yes. We did everything wrong.
What does Oren do?
Not even in the way we're supposed to be doing it wrong.
Oren can cheer everyone
Really,
up.
we were wrong twice.
Did two wrongs make a right?
No, clearly not.
Definitely not in this
Two
case.
wrongs made it right. We wouldn't be in this situation.
Well, we can cheat and use Seronimo. Welcome to the chat, Seronimo.
Yep.
Not the actual chat, but the this chat.
The chat in our hearts.
Right, come on, Yuna and Seronimo. Man, makes me really sad looking down at the stream and having it paused all the time. Well, let's Hellfire some things. Does that sound like a good plan?
Sounds reasonable to me. Set everything on fire.
Set all the things on fire, but especially those two hands. Now we use
Usually
the...
a sound plan.
I mean... Yeah. Ah, yes, we overkilled the hands, Chris. Exactly what we needed to do. Oh, and the head has stopped moving.
It clearly hasn't. It's still, shaking back and forward.
I mean, yeah, it is still shaking back and forward. I always find gravity spells quite interesting in these games, but they're never actually that useful for you. They're just kind of annoying to face.
Yeah.
Because they don't... Like, everything that's, like, it might be useful on...
anything worth using them on is immune to them, right?
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, Seronimo's gonna die. Sorry, Seronimo. You got venomed to death. But it's okay, your sacrifice was worth it. We killed 2 arms. Oh god, and now we're getting Dimid. Oh wait, no, Orin can't attack. Oh, what can Orin do?
Orin's our white mage.
He's our
Does
second
he know
white
any
mage.
healing spells?
No, he doesn't know any healing spells yet.
He's probably not allowed to do anything.
Okay, go away, Orin. Oh, I don't need another white mage out here. What is he doing here? Thieves can attack, right?
Yes.
Are thieves allowed to attack, or do we have to use... yeah. Not on us.
And if it points out that everyone has dark attack because this is the darkest timeline.
Yep,
Very
correct.
true. And that even though 3 wrongs don't make a right, 3 lefts do make a right.
That is also correct. I hope that Anaphysic...
left on the sphere grid 3 times.
I know. I hope that Anaphysic knows that that's a community reference, so I double appreciate that. The Darkest Timeline reference. Oh, good. Titus is doing some damage. We just can't do anything.
Yeah, this is not great.
Lancet.
I really hoped we'd be more competent by this point, to be honest.
Well, we could have. Yeah, we could have spent more time training, and yeah, and the constant pausing is happening to everyone. I don't know why, but it's my internet that's messed up, and there's not much I can do about it at this point. My best piece of advice would be to just like take it back a little bit and watch just a little bit behind us, so that you get a smoother experience. I feel like that's good advice. Oh, Waka. You couldn't do 80 damage?
No. He's too terrible.
Oh, damn, the arms regenerated, Chris.
It's fine. Kamari can fire breath them.
Yes, he can. It still has 8,000 health left. Good. Fire breath should be able to do some damage, I hope. I mean, not quite enough, but enough to kill the head. So we don't have to worry about poison anymore.
Good.
Lulu. Don't even know
does the
why.
Head come back? Does the head wake back up, or is it gone for good now?
I think the head comes back. Oh, jeez.
That's fine.
I mean, Demi's not going to kill us, is it? I guess that's the... That's the highlight.
So the great thing about Demi is that if you're terrible, it doesn't hurt as much.
That's also correct. Oh, Titus, doing work with his magic. It's looking smoother now in the in the thingamy, so stream's looking smoother. Maybe my internet got better. We're just all using Lancet because that's the right thing to do right now. Because deep
But
down,
it's something that,
everyone is
we're
Kamari.
all allowed to do that, right? So, yeah, everyone is Kamari, confused and not very good.
Correct. Correct. Well, let's get him back alive, and I got our white mage Orin back in just to do that because that's the most white magey thing he can do right now. It still has 8,000 lives.
Didn't it have 8,000 the last time we looked?
Yes. Yes, it did. Of course, Orin is the only one without Lancet, so he can't do anything. Waka. In fact, no, let's go Lulu, and Lulu can just attack.
Good idea. Yeah!
Oh, nice! Anna rewatched that episode of Community today, Darkest Timeline episode. 304, I think. Sorry, I'm a huge Community nerd.
I have not watched Community, and I know the reference, but I haven't actually seen the show.
It's fantastic, Chris. I can't say... I can't praise it highly enough. With the exception of Season 4, which is terrible and should die in a fire. Except for, of course, the episode written by Jim Rash. That was a fantastic episode. Freaky Friday parody. No, it's legitimately my favorite show of all time, Chris. I think.
Oh. High praise.
Yeah, clever, funny, witty, way ahead of its time. I think you'd actually quite like it. It doesn't descend into nihilism, but it is kind of pessimistic.
It does sound like me.
I know a lot of people enjoy that episode just because it gives you a good introduction to the characters. The same thing can be said about the Dungeons and Dragons episode, which Netflix has taken down, but is still available on Amazon Prime. Because Ken Jeong's character, Chang, does use black body paint to make his entire body black in order to impersonate a drow.
Ew.
Yeah, it's not great, but it's also not like... It's not actual blackface, but they decided to take it down, so, like, power to them, I guess. If that's how... If they weren't happy with it being up there, then that's their call, I suppose. Tony, I was putting this off. Gonna have to use Tony. And just as I say the internet's getting better, there was another pause. Ah well, Chris. Alright, Tony. The body has 8,000 life left. And is right, Orin does know about coming back from the dead. I mean, let's be honest, it's not going to do much. Oh, and it's blocked it with its damn hands. Damn these hands.
I think we need to chop off those hands first.
Is Tony immune to Demi? No. No. Wishful thinking. Well, if we attack this hand next, when it uses Demi again, we'll be able to use Energy
Giant
Beam of
laser.
Doom. Yeah. Or he could just dodge an attack and we can use Giant Laser Beam of Doom. Go on, Tony.
Yes! Yes! The giant laser!
Oh, overkill again. Twice overkilled these hands. Oh, Jesus. We still have to do so much damage, Chris. Oh, Tony! Tony!
Oh, poor Tony. Hey, 3,000 damage is
Better than
Plenty of a contribution.
8,000.
Better than any of our other characters have done.
Okay, now I'm just wondering who's going to have the best overdrive to use. I'm just going to keep using Lancet. Anna talking more about community. Buzz Hickey being an interesting character. In the second D&D episode being an A+++. I really enjoyed the second Dungeons and Dragons episode in Season 5. I thought Season 6 is highly underrated. It's actually Rosanna's, my girlfriend's favourite season. Which is unusual. People normally stray away from it, but it does hold up to multiple viewings. And when I say multiple, I really mean multiple viewings. Well, you know, you don't need to be here.
Terrible at magic, isn't he?
Titus is terrible.
Not at magic, just in general.
Not as bad as Orin, but not everyone can be as special as Orin.
How far are we on the sphere grid from getting Orin to actually learn some white magic?
I think quite far.
This was a terrible plan.
It was a terrible plan, but you know what? We're trucking along. We're fighting this sin spawn. What is a sin spawn?
It would be a challenge if it weren't a terrible plan, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be fun and engaging. We could sweep through and be charismatic as we do so, Chris.
No.
Instead, we have to rely on cheap gimmicks. Like Lancet all the time. Just Lancet. Oh, Demi is good. Demi does damage to all our characters, so they all get a little bit of, what's-a-majigger? Limit. Overdrive
they can all heal
gauge.
themselves with Lancet.
They can all heal themselves with Lancet, except for Orin. And yes, Anna, I do realise that there's the joke at the start of Remedial Chaos Theory that was ad-libbed as well. There was an episode of the Darkest Timeline podcast, which is Ken Jeong and Joel McHale's podcast with Gillian Jacobs, where she said she was very proud of ad-libbing that joke because they changed the episode from being 304 to 303 mid-production because it was taking too long to make. I wonder if this actually does anything. Oh, no, they're immune to it. Of
Still
course they
solid
are.
damage, though.
I mean, decent damage. Not complain.
Has Kimari got many more grenades?
No, that was the last grenade.
Oh well.
We should have bought more grenades.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, 20 damage for our one of our damages. Not great. It's okay, he can Lancet it away. Oh god, why did we do this?
I don't know. You know what this reminds me of?
Your face. No, what does it remind me of?
This reminds me of one time when I did a playthrough of Pokemon Leaf Green,
Yeah?
and you assigned me a team,
Oh,
and you said I could have a ride-on, but it had to be like a mage ride-on. It had to use Thunderbolt.
a special attacking Rhydon, I remember that.
Yeah.
God, that's a long time ago, Chris. That's a good memory. That's a good memory, yeah. That's what we used to do for fun before you had the blog. And I mean, kind of during the blog times too.
Yeah.
Earlier in those early days, we used to set each other challenges. So we had like the various egg challenge games. Anaphysic, the reason it's 303 in the episode in the production code is because it was supposed to be, as I say, it was supposed to be the third episode produced. It was the third that they started making, but it took too long to make, so they had to reorganize it.
That is kind of a cool joke.
Let's jump on him.
Good idea.
Oh, 700 damage! Wow!
Mm.
Been holding out on us, Kamari. But yeah, so we used to sit. Chris and I.
We've been holding out on him.
So yeah, Chris and I used to set each other challenges within the Pokemon games. That we weren't big into Nuzlocke at that point, were we?
Not especially.
No, but we had egg games, or we had specific teams that had to be made up of certain things. Oh, go away, Arms. Waka, do things. No is his answer.
Yeah, I think the team you assigned me then was, let's see, it was allowed a Primate, which I think was easily the strongest thing I was allowed to use.
Sounds like something I would do.
Then Beedrill, Tangela. This is pre-Diamond and Pearl, so Tangrowth doesn't exist. Farfetch'd. The special attack is tied up in the. How many of them?
I don't know. I haven't been counting.
Five. I'm missing one. What's the last one?
I don't know. They were always fairly balanced teams from memory. They just weren't good teams. Oh, that's right. He's not allowed to attack. Ah, well, we just keep trucking along here, Chris. He doesn't seem to be able to kill us. Which, I mean, is kind of sad. It's one. It points very markedly to the crappy like difficulty level that that's in this game. Waka, why would you do
difficult
that?
enough for us.
I mean, it's more than difficult enough for us, but at the same time, like, surely a boss fight, like, we should be in danger of losing this fight. It has so much health, and we can't do anything to it. And yet, somehow, we keep persevering. Waka has learned a new overdrive mode. Oh.
I found a Lickitung. I had a Lickitung in that game.
Of course you did. How did you find it?
And again, this is pre-Diamond and Pearl, so there
no
is
Licky
no
Licky.
Licky Licky.
Which is a good thing.
Well, I mean, Diamond and Pearl existed. This was after they were released, but I was playing Leaf Green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
How did you find it? Did you actually find the game?
It was totally doable.
No. Like just then, did you just remember it, or did you actually find?
I listed the team on a blog post once because someone asked me something. For some reason, I described that team.
Ah, that sounds like a thing that you would do on the blog. Seems reasonable.
So I searched for just the Pokemon that I knew.
Ah, there we go.
And
Sorry.
it came up.
Sorry, that was not a noise that I made on purpose.
What noise?
I just went, ah! Because I kept missing Titus's thing. We did it, Chris! It's dead!
It did-ish.
Go us!
It looks kind of alive to me still.
Oh, we've got a big cutscene now. That looks ominous, doesn't it?
Mm.
That battle took half an hour. Oh dear. Oh look, it's Sin in its weird morphing whale dog thing.
Where are you getting dog from?
The four legs. It kind of, the way it was crouching there kind of looked doggish. Its scales fall off and become evil things. Of course, because it's just evil.
This is such a bad plan.
It's such a terrible plan.
Look out!
Titus is intense. Those Titus eyes. And then he sheds his shell?
Is it a layer of water or something?
I don't know what that
I don't
was. Oh, ouch. But it killed all its spawn.
And who cares?
Not sin, apparently.
Mm.
Oh, well, destruction happened.
Mm. Do they know it can do that? Do they know it can just vaporize things?
I mean, energy blast, I suppose, is what it did. Oh god, and now Yuna's going to do things. But at least this time we have someone who can actually do
Yuna's a
stuff.
mighty warrior.
I mean, Yuna will become a mighty warrior.
Stand back, Lady Yuna.
Yuna
Or
is
at the
not
very least, a
yet.
mighty Blitzballer.
She is not yet a mighty warrior.
So here's the question: are we allowed to use Seymour's spells, or does he have to just hit things with his stick?
Oh, how much does hitting things do? Oh dear. Oh, please say we can use his spells. Can we please use his spells?
You know what? Seymour's not bound by our bullshit. Seymour can.
It'll make this, because Auron can't do anything.
Not true. He has potions.
And he can use cheer.
Yeah, he can cheer for Seymour to make Seymour better at hitting it with his stick.
Oh, are we is this really what we're doing? Has it come to this, Chris? Oh!
I
So I take that back.
Yeah, I honestly don't think this fight will be that hard.
Can I use one spell for Seymour just to attack the damn thing's head? Because otherwise we can't hit its head.
Oh yeah, that's you know what, that's fair. Yeah.
Alright, you have allowed it. Chat's too far behind. They're still at the cutscene. So, so yeah, let's do that.
It's a shame Auron doesn't have grenades.
It is a shame Auron doesn't have grenades. I mean, he doesn't have the ability to use grenades, but it is a shame he doesn't have them. Alright, so I will use one magic.
It's a shame he doesn't have anything useful whatsoever, really.
That is a real shame. Yeah, we used one magic, we killed the head. Now, attacks. Oh dear. It's okay, Auron will cheer everyone up.
For a mage, Seymour does a lot of damage with his basic attack.
I mean, he's a pretty, he's pretty buff. Look at him.
He is.
And, I mean, he becomes a pretty buff fiend at the end of this, so, spoilers. Yeah, good work, Yuna. Woo! Can't believe there are still people watching this, Chris. I almost want to walk away from this stream right now. I commend you. I commend all the people still watching. Ah, jeez. This is like banging my head.
Cheers are doing work.
I mean, they are. 400 damage. Whoa.
Yeah. And this thing doesn't have nearly as much health as the first one.
No, but if we could use spells, it would be dead already. Got 5,000 life left. 5,500. Now just 5,000.
Is this actually a different Sin Spawn, or is this the same one we fought before that just hasn't been properly killed?
I don't know. I always assumed it was a new one. But it could be the same one that we kind of half killed, then forgot about when Sin disintegrated everyone, and then it sprung back up. Speaking of people doing things, let's do the thing. Thanks, Soph. That comes from a birthday party last night where I heard the world's worst segue of all time.
Oh?
One of my friends was just trying to get... let's call him out. He actually is one of the players in the St Andrews University Staff Cricket Club virtual side, Mr James Earnshaw. It was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, James. But he just wanted to say something, insert himself into a conversation, and his segue was, and I quote, "Speaking of people doing things."
Speaking of things, here's a thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to use that one sometime. That's pretty good.
Do you know who else breathes?
Yeah.
It's okay. He doesn't watch these ones, so he won't know. He won't ever know that we brought that up. But that's the good. Oh, the arms are back. I didn't realize
The
that.
arms
Sorry,
are back.
I was too busy talking. Can I use magic on the arms now, Chris? The answer is probably no.
We shouldn't. But you know what? This is starting to drag a bit.
Nope. The answer is no. The answer is no. And. Anna, just before we kill this thing, assuming we kill this thing, I think we should get Seymour to use fire on himself. Because you know what? He doesn't deserve the experience that he gets from this battle. That's actually a really interesting thing, that he does get experience.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's really weird, and I can't tell whether they just couldn't be bothered programming him out of that. Because when I first played it, I got all excited because I kind of figured that he would become a playable character at some point. Like, at some point in the future, and there was going to be this whole Seymour super heel turn from being like a close ally. But we knew he was bad all along kind of thing. Oh man. Still has 3,000 life, Chris. This is the worst day ever. This is the worst.
This is fine.
This is the worst day ever. That's
not nearly as bad as the last fight.
Yeah, but this in addition to the last fight makes this the worst day ever.
Okay,
I'm angry at everyone right now, Chris. I'm angry at everyone except Anaphysic because that's a great idea. I actually really like that mechanic.
Are you angry at me?
Yes, I'm angry at you. This is all your fault.
How is this my fault?
You wouldn't let me spend an entire episode just wandering up and down Mihin High Road like a badass, killing things for fun. We had to progress in the story. But yes.
Yeah.
Anaphysic, your comment about finding a sweet spot between like torturing the Sin Spawn, quote unquote, to try and get Sin to come, and kind of losing the battle, I think is a really interesting, would have been a really interesting mechanic for this fight. Orin, be more useful. Speaking of people, speaking of people not doing, have you ever seen Seymour's Limit?
I don't know if I have.
I have no idea what it might be.
I think I've tried to get him to use it once, but it just took so long and I couldn't be bothered.
It does look like it'd take a while. I mean, I'm not really interested in doing it now. That is also another good point, Anna, that Remedial Chaos Theory also has a series of bad segues. Speaking of airplane bathrooms, what? It came up organically. I actually don't know who Eartha Kitt is. Chris, do you know who Eartha Kitt is?
Actress.
How do you know that?
Plays, Well, she plays Yzma in The Emperor's New Groove.
Oh, really?
Yzma is fantastic.
How do you have that knowledge? I mean, I should stop questioning you, and your ability to retain
I
arcane
just
knowledge.
know things that no one would expect me to know.
I mean, that's totally something that I would, like, if anyone knew it, you would be one of the people. But the fact that you just had it, like, straight off your head, off the top of your head. See, this is why I got mad at that guy in the comment section today. I guess it was yesterday for you. That's why I got mad at that guy this morning, because if you were likened to a bard who knew a handful of songs, I think that, as I say, that's completely unfair. As I said in our chat, you probably know thousands of songs, just all of them, many of them slightly off-key, some of them pretty close, and others like in horrendously off-key, and you hum some of the words. For that analogy to be correct. Oh, how is this battle still going, Chris?
We're terrible at everything, that's how.
Yuna now has a full overdrive gauge and no ability to use it.
That's fine. We can use that for something else later. It's nearly done. We've almost killed it.
Okay, we have to be careful here. I don't want Seymour to kill it. Is Seymour going to kill it?
Probably not. No, it should have a little bit.
Oh no!
Secrets.
Ah, Seymour, you ruin everything. He's a professional ruiner, Chris. Oh, that's just icing on the cake. It's officially the worst day. Seymour doesn't deserve any of this experience. I've had enough. I've had enough.
It's okay, we'll kill him later.
The others!
The others.
That's the real reason we go on to fight Seymour multiple times and kill him.
Because I'm mad at him.
He's taken experience he didn't earn.
Oh, he earned it. I just wanted to kill him. I wanted to... now the record for most times having killed Seymour can't go to me. This is like a pretty powerful laser cannon. Look at them abs, Chris.
Mmm.
Some of that sweet, sweet Guado body. Like, it's a pretty powerful electric cannon. It nearly works. Until it doesn't.
Ooh.
Oh, grim.
I think they needed a few more of those.
They needed maybe a dozen of them. Ah, man. Gets dark now. Not literally. Kind of literally. Oh, gee.
Yeah, as Anaphysics says, Seymour's Overdrive is called Requiem. I've never actually gotten them to use it, but yeah, if you do get him to use it, I believe it is called Requiem.
What is going on with Titus right now?
He's
like
having a bad
flexing up and down. Oh man, those guys had bad days.
I think everyone here has had a bad day.
I've had a bad day. Hasn't actually been that bad. I went to a virtual panel this morning, Chris, in social anthropology.
Well done.
I know. They talked
You
about
know anything about social anthropology?
No, but I work for a social anthropology research group. And it was their virtual panel, so I was learning things about what they do.
Well done.
I know, it was energy and stuff. Oh yeah, this is all real dark. Slightly warm, but no sign of breathing. Sounds dead. Staring at the sky, lifeless. Also probably
sounds
dead. Reclining, breathless. Is he dead?
You know, that description could be taken differently. Yeah, maybe he's just
Out of
very
breath.
tired.
He's out of breath. You keep panting away, breathless man.
Mm-hmm.
Instant painless death.
Well,
That
painless is
looks
nice.
pretty painful though. Look at the angle of that spine.
Yeah,
Ugh.
maybe he got twisted up like that after dying.
How does Titus know this? Instant painless death. All of a sudden he's a doctor, he can start analyzing this. What's this guy say? Rest in peace. I mean, is he dead or is he just saying that?
No, he's dead.
Okay, he's dead. Who else is dead? Is this guy dead? Probably had no clue that he was dying.
I would not have called any of this a peaceful death.
Still so young. Oh, this is grim, Chris.
Mm.
How do I get to the save point? For those of you wondering, I do actually know where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to talk to Gata, but I want to find all the dead people. Rest in peace. Oh, head down in the sand. Ouch.
Mm.
Nope, sorry. We've seen all the dead bodies we can see, Chris.
Fair enough.
Who's your favorite?
Move on. My favorite dead body?
Yeah, which one's your favorite?
Probably reclining breathless.
Yeah, the non-dead one. He's also not dead.
What's going on? Why? What?
I mean,
What's going on?
yeah, fair. That's probably fair.
Mm.
Flashback to 2 minutes ago. Or right now?
I think this is right now, yeah. I don't think this is a flashback.
Sin was watching us go up and poke all the dead bodies?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Don't you run away from me!
Yeah, this is gonna work.
Swim, Titus, swim.
Mm.
Everyone, stand back. I'll summon.
No, all your summons are dead, Yuna.
Mm.
Your powers are still too weak.
I could totally beat him with my final Aeon.
You know, he could have done something during the fight with Sin. You know, he could have summoned Anima while they were all getting murdered.
He could have summoned Anima while we were fighting the Sin Spawn.
Mm.
It would have been nice. Look how fast he swims.
It is very impressive. I guess Blitz All just prepares you for exactly this kind of situation.
Chasing
No
Sin.
idea what I was thinking when I ran after Sin that day. Before I knew what I was doing,
Yeah,
there I
did you-
was, chasing him down like a thief at market. Maybe I was angry. Maybe
Do
I
thieves
wanted to
chase
go
people?
home. I kept thinking of Xanarkand,
So I think
And-
people chase thieves.
my old man.
Yes, Chris. Yeah. No, it's one of the cities on top of Sin, or on the back of Sin, or wherever on Earth these things are. Oh, and now all the Crusaders live there. That's nice.
Nice is not the word I would have used.
And they've got a place to live. Oh, what's Bahamut doing here?
Was that Luzu?
That was
before.
Luzu. It was. And it's the kid who was swinging the sword. Oh, and then we're getting attacked by a blitzball. Waka has chased us. It's all very fuzzy.
They say you don't practice.
Titus has some trippy dream sequences.
does. And they're super inconsistent. Like, I don't think we get a dream sequence like this again, where it's basically like old-timey filter with no, it's also got like the old film reel crackles through it.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's a really weird stylistic choice when none of the rest of the flashbacks are like this.
There he goes again, crying.
Cannot confirm or deny off the top of my head.
My old man there. Somewhere. Or maybe it was just Sin's toxin playing tricks on my mind.
Oh, back on the beach.
How many died today?
How many did we see? At
People
least
die
6.
And Yuna dances.
Yeah, I feel like it was probably
When
more
will
than
she
that.
stop dancing?
At
When
least
will it
6,
stop?
I think, is correct.
Yuna won't stop dancing. Not until Sin is gone. Those were my thoughts then. I think.
Titus once again explaining
you're still
everything to
here.
people who were there the whole time.
Huh?
Many
No, but at least that time he was talking about his own thoughts.
yours goes on, I see.
What? Sin had come and gone, but I remained here.
Imagine if there was more like toing and froing with Xanakin. Oh, my controller's turned itself off because it's been so long. Like, I think that would be a really interesting dynamic to have every time Sin turns up, he turns up somewhere else.
A swift
Oh.
retreat. Satisfied?
Yeah, maybe.
What do you mean?
Those who turned from Yevon died, while the faithful live on.
Yeah, there you go. This kind of hints that that was Keenock's master plan.
Past 10 years have changed you, I see.
But Keenock's reply seems
Yeah,
to
but
imply
even
that
then,
it
though,
wasn't
like-
him.
Why support the plan publicly, though?
You do not look so.
To give hope to the people of Spira.
But now, more than ever, you must be the people's strength, their confidence. Anyone else would be expected to show their sorrow.
Yeah, you must be strong, Yuna.
Are a summoner. You are Spira's hope. Until sin is defeated, you must not relent.
See, this
Do you understand?
monologue kind of implies that
I understand.
that was Seymour's plan the whole
Are you
time.
afraid?
That's why he brought her to the platform. Is to kind of break down her
Take me
self-confidence
as your pillar of strength,
and then offer
Presumably
himself.
It's not just all about Yuna, though.
Lord Zayon.
No, but that's why he invited her specifically to the viewing platform.
Until next we
Oh,
meet.
yeah.
Farewell.
That's definitely why she's here.
Yeah, so that he can break her.
Yeah, the thing that I'm kind of struggling to sort of keep straight in my head is, like, if the intended message of this is the faithful survive and the apostates die, isn't that message kind of undercut by having 2 maesters supporting the operation?
Yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely. But maybe the message is put your faith in the traditions, put your faith in the summoners. That person alive? Yep, that person's alive. What does Waka have to say?
You can't ignore the teachings.
There you go, see? It worked for Waka.
Waka already believed that, though.
He did.
While you can, we leave.
We leave when I say we leave,
Sin
Lulu.
is checked.
Yeah. For a while there, I thought I could feel him.
Gross.
but that doesn't mean I believe you.
Sin is checked. He came here for you.
Dude, there are so many stories going on at the same time,
All those
Chris.
people just for a chance to see me?
That's what sin does.
This is pretty deep.
He wanted to show that to you.
Sin always returns
Do
for
you
its
know
spawn.
why?
Ah, I never thought about it that way.
So you would kill him.
Ah,
As long as he is sin,
Chris making good points.
will keep killing.
Seems like you're finally awake after all.
Stop him.
You gotta be kidding.
More or less.
It only took you an
All
hour.
of this anyway. I'm not done talking to you. Don't you run away.
You're the one running.
He says as he's walking away. Never change. Oren, never change. He can't change, he's dead. But actually, I guess he could change into a fiend. Probably don't do that, Oren.
Maybe not the kind of positive growth we're hoping for here.
I don't think Oren needs to grow positively. I think he's just about the best Oren he could be. What does Shalenda want?
He's a very bad surrogate father figure.
I think he's a great surrogate father figure.
Hold still.
I didn't think we need to be healed. I just wanted her to heal us.
Fair enough.
It wasn't supposed to end like this. Yep, all things are true. Oh, it's Owaka. Hey, Owaka.
A bundle with the operation, but the way it turned out, they deserved a better deal.
He's very philosophical, isn't he? We probably need a couple more softs.
I guess
Maybe if he hadn't been so stingy.
See,
with
there
his
you go.
profiteering.
Owaka knows the message. Summoners are the only
Yeah.
hope.
Alright.
And then he looked downcast. That was the message. Man, those battles took way longer than they've ever taken for me ever before.
Hey, you two. Hurry up.
I think the last time I played through, it took me like 2 attacks from Ifrit. Oh look, Kamari speaks for just about the first time.
Dark times. She must be.
Yeah, I think this is the
She must
first
shine
time we
bright.
hear Kamari say something.
Yeah, look at that reaction.
Now are dark times. Unit tries hard.
Titus
We
probably
should help
didn't
her.
realize he could speak.
If we worry, she
He
tries
tries
harder.
harder.
Do not frown.
Is this the fake smile?
Don't worry, be happy.
Yes, it is. Come on.
Kimari try too.
Smile, let me see.
Oh no.
That's actually fairly smiley. He actually does a decent job.
Agree to disagree.
Oh, whoops. Let's level people up and get things and stuff. Things are good, stuff are good. Lulu, you don't need magic defense. You're an attacker. Old habits die hard, I suppose. Waka gets more agility. Good. He needs to be more agile. Anna wonders why Oren lets everyone kind of just hang out, and why he isn't worried about everyone dying. I think Oren thinks if they die now, then they weren't going to succeed in the first place. That's like they need to be tough. That's my reading of it. What do you think, Chris? That's not the right way.
Sorry, I'm not sure I've understood the question correctly.
Why does Oren let the party go along with the operation? I mean, he is a pretty legendary guardian, so I mean, I suppose that he feels like if he should be able to protect them.
I think. Yeah, I think also like he sees Seymour there, and I feel like he's probably confident that if Seymour's there, then Seymour is not going to let himself be killed.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a boss battle, so we can actually return to doing proper damage, right? Those are the rules?
Yes, if we must. If we must.
Oh, Titus can't even hit the things he's supposed to hit. Oh, yeah, we can kill things.
I think it's reasonable in Oren's position to assume that Seymour and Keenock have some kind of escape plan.
Yeah, they wouldn't be there
as Seymour's guess.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're right too. So I think between backing himself as a guardian and backing the idea that the Maces wouldn't leave themselves super vulnerable. So I think it's a combination of those two things.
Because Oren knows they're both selfish little shits, right?
I mean, I think he probably suspects with Seymour, doesn't know yet, but definitely knows with Keenock. Yeah, I think that's a good reading. Yeah, fine. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'm okay, Chris. I'm okay.
Good.
Don't think I'm okay, Chris. Oh, jeez.
What are these things?
They stone breath you.
They do.
Blizzard is right to kill those
Good thing
guys.
we have Walker, our white mage, here.
Oh.
He's got 30 MP now.
I know. The reason he had so few MP when we went into the first battle was because he'd just gotten an extra 20 and we didn't heal in between getting the 20 and yeah. Oh jeez. Well, Kimahri can at least learn Stone Breath. There we go.
Good idea.
And then Yuna can summon one of her Aeons, which are immune to it. And we can get their overdrive things up. And the statue of Waka can just be there in the middle of the battle as a totem for all time. How does that sound?
Sorry, that last part, the audio cut out. Something about being a totem for all time?
Yeah, Waka, the statue of Waka that we've just abandoned. When they ran away, as Yuna summoned the Aeon, of course Waka didn't run away, he was a statue in the middle of the battlefield. So, yeah.
We can mount him on the wall.
I mean, I don't think I want to do that. Can we just leave him here?
We can have a sort of nice, tasteful Han Solo in Jabba's palace kind of setup.
Okay, I can go with that. We already have another white mage after all. Like he's not that necessary to our long-term success. Well, that's how we deal with those, I suppose. Oh, more Phoenix Downs. That'll come in handy for when Oren needs to pretend to be a white mage. Oh, jeez.
He's gonna learn some spells eventually, right?
You say that, and I want to believe you're right. But I'm not convinced. Not convinced at all.
What are the odds on our characters being reasonably competent by the time we get to Xanarkand?
Oh, no, they absolutely will be. Like, the thing with doing what we're doing is that it's actually, like, the initial curve is really hard, but then it goes back to being, like, a normal game, just a bit messed up with who can do what. And it actually eventually becomes real. It actually eventually becomes really easy because your Aeons become really overpowered. Because Yuna has a higher strength stat.
Oh, I see.
God, this is a long overdrive when you don't have the short overdrive things on.
Did we switch that?
No, remember people said they liked it.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of a fan of it too, to be honest. But if it's dragging for you, and we are already going long because our boss battles take half an hour.
It's fine.
You know.
I'm fine. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm not on edge, Chris. I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
When you say I'm not on edge, it kind of makes it seem like you might be on edge.
I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Especially you, Nappa. Oh god, Team 4-Star. I need to rewatch that series. I have to say I love the fact that there's someone who has compiled every episode in each season back to back, so you can just watch them through.
Really?
Yeah. There was a while where I literally slept to Team 4-Star because season 2 is something like 4 hours long, so you could just put that on at the start of the night. I don't know what happened to my dreams. I don't remember anything in particular being off or funny about it, so yeah, not sure about that, but yeah, there was a period of time where I used to sleep to the Team 4-Star Namek saga. There's a save point up here, I think. Oh,
Yeah?
that damn bird. This damn bird is the bane of our existence later on in this game.
Why is that?
Because it's really rare. The Smurger is what it's called. Yeah, it's really rare, and of course, in order to fully complete the game, you have to capture 10 of every monster. So,
right.
finding 10 of those little bastards takes forever. More than forever. 5 ever. That's how long it takes, Chris. It's the worst. It's the worst. Them and Tonberries. Regular Tonberries. In the Cavern of the Stolen Faith. Which is pretty cool. Magic increased by 3. Oh, look at Walker becoming a little mage. I'm so proud of him. Chris, not proud of him.
Sorry?
I just heard your little and I just decided that meant that you weren't proud of him.
Oh, no, I need them to actually do something useful before I can be proud of them.
Well, let's use Orin a little bit more so that he learns how to be useful.
Let's.
And Kamari steals things. He can be useful. Breathe fire.
Self-destruct.
God. He's like one of those Electrode with too much energy. Flying around. So what haven't we talked about this week, Chris? We haven't talked about your blog. What's been new this week?
I think just a bunch of questions.
You had a Patreon ask you a question, so it got bumped to the top. What was that Patreon question? Remind me?
I don't remember.
Good, stand out. Well done. And that's been what happened this week in Chris's blog. Tune in again next week, where hopefully Chris will have a better answer. Ha! You're really good at this, Chris. You're really good at this.
Yeah. What can I say?
Oh, damn it, Titus.
I'm working on my next article for my Dark Council.
So what is your Dark Council?
Command me to write a review of Pikachu. The Dark Council is
You need to speak up, by the way. You're very quiet.
Am I?
Yes.
The Dark Council is the people who are supporting me for $12 a month on Patreon. And every month they get to just tell me what to write about. So they've asked me to write a review of Pikachu. Which somehow I've never done, despite having reviewed, at this point, almost half the Pokemon in existence.
It's interesting that you never did Pikachu as a start when you did all the starters. You did look at the starters, right?
I only did the traditional starters.
But it's surprising that you didn't do it because it was a starter Pokemon in Yellow. How did we miss that?
I don't know.
You really didn't want to talk about Pikachu, probably.
I guess.
What am I doing? I don't know. What am I doing, Chris? What am I doing with my life? You also have another announcement, don't you?
You don't really answer that.
Is there
I
another?
want the who?
Is there another announcement you wanna make? You've announced it other places, and you refused to announce it last time we brought it up.
Yeah. I don't know about that because I am dealing with delays and nonsense. Like,
you've already announced it other places. So you're pot committed at this point.
Yeah, and I probably shouldn't have because I have since doing that run into more delays that I wasn't expecting.
Oh, so you wish to retain your mysterious nature, do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, we won't talk about the thing that Chris is doing in his spare time at the moment, then. You can all find out later. Boo. I haven't been doing anything, Chris, except for yesterday when we did another stream.
Was that yesterday?
That was yesterday morning for me, so 2 days ago for you.
Oh, yes. It was, yeah. Night before last.
Exactly. What did we stream? We streamed Civilization 6 over on Twitch.
We did.
And how did that go for us?
That went absolutely terribly.
It went shockingly.
we are losing a war to the Roman Empire. It's not great.
We Robert the Bruce losing to Trajan right now. Which I guess I never said out loud before, but it's an odd sentence.
Yeah, there weren't really a lot of Romans in Scotland by his time, were there?
There weren't many Romans anywhere.
Well, there was a Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah, but they weren't Romans. They're about as Roman as the Byzantines were Romans.
Yeah, there was an Eastern Roman Empire. I think it was kind of on the way out by then. But
when was Robert the Bruce? 14th century?
14th century?
I should know. I live in Scotland. That's one thing I'll put my hand up and say, yep, probably should know that. But don't. Oh man. In case people haven't clicked yet, I'm just grinding before we go to Jose because I don't want to do the temple today, and we need to be better at life.
That seems reasonable.
I think so. After
I have no problem with it.
After our terrible experience with the bosses, where it didn't want to kill us, but we really, really, really struggled to kill it, I think this is the best approach.
I have no problem with the amount of story that we've covered today. This seems like a reasonable plan.
Oh, and Waki learned life.
Excellent.
And he got more MP.
He can actually cast a respectable number of spells now.
He can. Go Waka. No. Move, Lulu. Lulu, being all defensive and stuff. Good on her.
Hooray.
Oh, and Titus being magic defensive.
Lulu.
Ugh. Titus. What's he like?
What's his deal?
I don't know what his deal is. He just wants to be a mage. I can relate. In fact, he's probably only slightly better at casting spells than I am. In real life. So yeah, we played some Civ 6.
Well, you know Latin, so...
I do know Latin, which is more than Titus knows, I think. Probably. What are the odds on Titus knowing any Latin? Probably nearly I could almost guarantee that he does not speak Latin. Ah well. Ah well. Fuck is good, yeah? Haven't heard many of those, like, statement things post-battle. I guess everyone's a little bit depressed by thousands of people dying. Actually...
Thousands or hundreds?
Tens. At least 6.
That is where they, yeah.
At least 6 is what I think we decided. I say
I mean,
we.
I think we're supposed to imagine there's more people than we strictly see. But, you know...
There's definitely more than...
I imagined in the dozens or hundreds rather than the thousands.
Oh, there we go. Killed that guy, and now we get Poland, so we get to hang out while everyone's fallen asleep. Oh, Lulu didn't fall asleep. Good on her. Way to buck the trend, Lulu.
She's had her cough.
Oh, I needed one of those pre-stream. 100%, I was flagging. All day at work after a very intense discussion in our energy ethics workshop this morning. It was a big deal, Chris. It was a big deal. Do you know what
I'm sure it was.
Our project lead talked about her time. So she does field research in Colorado, working with like small to medium-sized companies that work in oil extraction. And some of the things that she was talking about, like, were legit crazy. Not her opinion, but what her, like, what the people told her. Basically how anti-renewables they were, and how they were somehow able to manipulate their own worldview to be right, regardless of the topic or the conversation. Their views being that basically solar, in particular solar energy, but renewable energy generally, is not popular because it's effective or efficient. It's popular because it makes people feel good. Like, the concept makes you feel good rather than it being a good idea. And I mean, a lot of these people are like heavily Republican in their views, and they said that they believe, like legit believe, that the hype around renewable energy is basically a big feel-good push to try and get voters in the same way from the Democrats, in the same way that like tax cuts are, because you have the idea of tax cuts and the idea of having more money is a feel-good thing, even if it's not actually that effective as a government policy. You vote for them, which is super interesting. Like, we all
energy.
Because it's one of the things that make people, like, the concept of renewable energy, the concept of getting stuff for effectively free in terms of getting energy from the sun or getting energy from wind, is like a concept which appeals to our basic human nature, according to their pseudoscience. But it's really, really interesting, right? That, like, this is not one person, but it's an entire block of people who have an admittedly vested interest. And if it's like, Jim, don't pressure Chris to talk about stuff he doesn't want to talk about. I'm just saying, Anna, he's talked about it at other places. We were talking about it literally this morning, and he announced it more than a week ago to mutual friends of ours. Just disappointed he doesn't want to do it here. But no, I'm not pressuring you, Chris. That's off topic. I was just addressing a comment. It's the only reason it came back up. But yeah, it's it's really interesting, and especially in the context of our modern world, where we live within our own, like, within worlds of our own created image, if that makes sense, in the way that we kind of tend to in our various, like, social media and news choices that we make. That because we live in these echo chambers, these really weird, like, opinions are validated everywhere, and they effectively represent, like, almost completely different cultures. If you look at it through a social anthropological lens, that these people who resemble you in terms of nationality and in a whole bunch of other superficial ways can effectively have a completely different, like, cultural background. Not even background, but, like, a different cultural experience to you. And that's fascinating. Like, it's fascinating that these just, yes, white people in the middle of Colorado have a completely different life experience from people living in Boulder, Colorado, which is like a few hundred miles away. It's really interesting, I think. And I think it's also the fact that we can point out how other people do it and laugh at them. Laugh's maybe too strong a word, but look down upon other people for the way they do it, I think is also a pretty strong message to... it was 14th century, Chris. Actually, it was 13th and 14th. Said, right? 13th and 14th century, which is what you said and what I said, so we're both right. It's nice when we disagree, but it can both be right. But anyway, what I was saying, like, it is, I think it's also a warning to us, right? The fact that we can look at how other people do things in our points of view wrong. Like, it's also a warning sign to us to avoid making those same errors in ourselves and not to be hypocritical. I think. Yeah. Like, that was one of my big takeaways, is because I'm in charge of the social media accounts and stuff of the Energy Ethics project, is to... Hey Sam, how you doing? As he appears in the chat. Nice of you to wake up. But yeah, it's a warning against us to do the same thing but in different ways, right?
Yeah, I think it's dangerous to assume insincerity in someone else's views or opinions, because sometimes people do, hold political views for purely cynical reasons. But I think fewer than we often assume.
Yeah, and I mean,
so how shall we do this?
I think it's politics in many ways in the late 20th century and the early 21st century so far has become something akin to religion, in that you're brought up within a particular political view and you generally don't stray too far from, or a large chunk of the population generally don't stray too far from that political view unless they find themselves in a situation where that's been directly challenged and they don't have that family network to fall back on. I think that would be a really interesting case study, actually, is kind of comparing modern performative politics to religion. I don't know what I would find.
How would you do that?
I don't know.
Like, methodologically speaking.
Chris, I'm not a social anthropologist. I just do things for them with computers. Man.